Alrighty, Tubes, how's she going today? So we got plenty of yard showing stuff. It's actually 52 degrees outside, so I'm just wearing a sweater and my brand new John Deere hat and my new glasses and stuff. Sun's kind of bright today, so even though it's kind of partly cloudy, but every now and then the sun comes out, and it's hard to see anything. Once the snow gets down enough, it doesn't bother me quite as much. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video quick. Just talk about something real quick. Yeah, the air compressor's still down there, but you guys will see that video. It's already uploaded now. So, but anyways, my sister was over for her lunch break today, and nice new sunglasses. Sun's been so damn bright lately on my eyes that I just gotta start wearing something. So, but you know, super bright. Ew, don't like that kind. So, but anyways, she was over today, and I remember, I think it was yesterday or the day before, the siren had gone off for like an accident or a tornado. Well, mostly sometimes a tornado, but mostly tornadoes or fires or car accidents and stuff like that, or whenever it's dinner time. But anyways, it had gone off. I think it was yesterday or the day before or some bullshit like that. And one of my sister's friends and her husband farm. Kind of, I guess, well, he mostly farms as a living, but she works at where she works. His husband, or her, what the hell is it? His wife works where my sister works. And they had a fire in one of their Quonsets or whatever, the shops or whatever they had going on in there. She said it was kind of an old building, but they don't know exactly what their tractors are worth, because, well, they know, but their insurance is just stupid. Like I said, I don't know what they have. She just told me, my sister told me that it was just John Deere equipment, and I was like, well, that's not good enough. So I was like, you know, you'd have to let me see it and crap, you know, to know what the models are and what they're, you know, worth and stuff. And well, she called, not my sister, the owner of the equipment. She called her insurance company to make a claim for the loss, and her insurance said that for all the equipment, I guess, and the building, they're only going to give her like $30,000 to make up for the loss, and something like that anyway, close to 30 or something like that anyway. And she said, fuck no. She's like, we have equipment in that building that are worth 10 times as much as that, you know. They're worth more than what they're making back from the claim. So, I forgot to tell my sister, but I'm thinking that maybe they ought to hire a lawyer, because if you got equipment that you know is probably worth more than $30,000, you know, your insurance should give you more than that. Now, they live on the North Dakota side, so they probably have the stupidest... there's some kind of insurance company on the North Dakota side. I don't know what they're called, but my mom does. And I guess they have it. And my mom says, well, they're the dumbest freaking insurance company in the fucking world. Apparently, a lot of North Dakota people are stupid, which a lot of them are. There's very little that are actually any smart. There's a few, but a lot of them are dumb, and not like, you know, like retarded, but, you know, just they don't know as much as we do. And I told my mom, I was like, well, I bet you if I looked at that equipment, I could tell you probably right off the bat that they're probably worth a lot more than what they're getting back from from making a claim, you know, on the loss. And I don't know how big their shop or Quonset or whatever the hell they had their stuff sitting in. I don't know how big it is, but my sisters just told me that they said it was pretty old. And I have seen a lot of old buildings, but, you know, well, most people around here own a lot of old buildings because they can't afford new, which kind of, you know, would suck. But, you know, I think everyone should definitely upgrade to a bigger shop or a better shop if they can. But, yeah, you know, it does cost a lot of money, so I guess they'll just do what they can. So, well, see, I'm not certain on what, you know, how big their shop is. But, you know, shops can range anywhere. It's like the one I was looking at, they wanted, it wasn't really much bigger than what well, it's a little bit bigger than mine. See, mine's only like a one-car garage shop. You know, it's not the biggest thing in the world. But the new one that I was looking at from Future Steel, there's a company right over in Canada that, I guess that's where mine would come from. Well, that's because I was on their website. I wasn't on the American website. So that was my bad, but whatever. There ain't no problem ordering from Canada. But for a shop that I wanted, which I don't know if you guys even remember that video that I made. I made a video on it a long time ago, the one that I wanted to get, and it was bigger than this. It was still kind of like a 1 or 2 garage, 2 or car, whatever the hell, you know, it'll fit 2 cars, 1 or 2. Even though it was a 1, but I think it was still big enough so you could make workbenches and stuff along the side of the walls and have tools and, you know, whatever you would need. And for that shop, I think, well, if you wanted to pay the full thing down, I think that was like 10 grand or something like that. Anyway, well, I know that last summer they called me like, oh, if you just make $1,000 down payment, then you get the shop damn near for free. But then, of course, then about a year later, you'd have to make the rest of the payment. You know, there's some kind of a, you know, like you just pay it, like you get a bank loan, like if you can't afford it all, you know, of like $1,000, and then you can pay off that, you know, and then turn around and take out another bank loan and then pay off the building again. Something like that. Anyway, they were making it really nice and real easy for people, you know. And well, the thing is that they wanted to get rid of their last year buildings because they were getting room. They wanted the room for the new stuff, so they were getting rid of the old crap. I thought, well, that's one hell of a deal, but see, I'm not even prepared to have a new shop put on. I don't have the trees cut down. I don't have this stuff taken out of the shop. I don't have the money, you know. So I'm not really going to jump into that kind of a project right now. And plus, I think for like the future steel buildings, I think you have to build them yourself. I don't know if you can hire anyone to do it for you. I'm sure you probably could. Honestly, I'd probably do a better job putting it together than them, because, you know, who knows what they would hire to put a building together. But, you know, I mean, for a good sized shop, you know, you're already talking 10 grand. And while back in the day, their shops probably weren't worth much. But, you know, I can tell you now, what they're going to get back from that is not worth it. I mean, from what One Lonely Farmer, that's a guy on YouTube, he's rebuilding a John Deere tractor, a 4960 or something like that. It's a 4-wheel drive tractor. It burned on him a couple of years ago. He had it burned in the field, you know, electrical wire problem there or whatever. And he's rebuilding it. Well, he had made a video on what he should do with it. Either he should rebuild it or scrap it out. I guess a lot of people were telling him to rebuild it. Even I told him to rebuild it because, you know, it's a nice tractor, you know. I guess it's not like an American-made one. It's actually from a different country, but something like that anyway. I don't know, but you know, it's still a John Deere. They're still made to run hard and do their job, you know. But so far, from what he's done to his tractor, it cost him about $30,000 to rebuild it. He's almost done with it too. He finally got a new cab for it. He put that on. Got the wiring thing figured out now. Just some minor details, and he'll have it back up and running again. So, but I guess from what he spent about $30,000, a little under, to rebuild that thing. He probably would have had to spend more if he had to turn around and buy a new engine, but he didn't have to. He's still using the original engine, so that's actually pretty nice. You know, it was mostly just the ass end that burned. You know the cab. That's what all went to shit. So he got a new cab for it. He's rebuilding her. Like from what he says, it'll be up and running in probably in a few days, which is probably up and running now. We just haven't seen that video yet, so they'll probably be uploading it now. But anyways, I mean, if it costs $30,000 for that kind of a tractor to be rebuilt, well, just go figure out their equipment. If they have about the same year, the same size equipment, it might be a different model, but it's still going to cost probably the same. Like if they wanted to rebuild one because they liked it too much, well, it's going to cost them probably $30,000 to rebuild it. Plus the other ones that got burned all the shit. Plus their shop or garage or whatever the hell, or building or whatever the hell they had it sitting in. It's still the point that it would cost a lot of money. And I don't think it's right because their insurance company is only going to give them $30,000 for their loss. Like, are you serious? That just doesn't. That's not right. I don't. It ain't that hard for me to just know the value of equipment. All you have to do is, if you can, get the model number, the year, and if you know how many hours are on it, that would be nice too. But they probably don't. But if you could get all that written down onto a piece of paper, it's really easy to go look and see what they're worth. I mean, I used to just go to like tractorhouse.com. They give me a good idea. Like for a John Deere, I don't know, like a John Deere 4720, like those compact tractors. Well, their prices range anywhere from 20,000, depending on how many hours are on them. Anywhere from that to like 60,000. It just depends. It depends on how many attachments it comes with it. Depends on how badly it's damaged from over the years of being used, and how many hours it's got. It's really all you got to do. That's what I've been doing. It works fine. Like in my John Deere X724, the little garden tractor. Well, he's got about 200 hours, and I'll probably, if I were to trade it in or sell it, I probably could still get 11 or 10 grand back from it, because it doesn't have that many hours on it. But I've seen some other tractors that have even more hours on them, and they're asking about 8 or 9, or maybe even sometimes 10, just, depending on if they come with attachments, how badly they are damaged, how many hours they have on them. All that stuff matters, you just gotta, if you know what you have for tractors, and what they're worth, what year they were made, and the model numbers, that is good, and that's more than good enough for me. So I just think what the hell that insurance company is doing is just a bunch of fucking bullshit. So I think they just need to hire a lawyer and fight it, because it's not fair. I don't think it's fair. Fucking cheap insurance company bullshit. Fucking ignorant bastards. Cheap sons of bitches is what they are. There are a lot of names. I think they just need a good ass kicking, Like, I don't know a super lot about tractors. I mean, I know less, than like one lonely farmer. But, it's to the point that I know a lot too. Not as much as him, but I know a lot enough that will, could help somebody out. Like these people here, well, they're farmers, so they should know the value of their equipment, but some people just don't care because they don't think it's ever going to happen to them. So, but, their insurance companies is just a fucking joke. They need to find somebody way better. But, you just can't go and turn around and get a new insurance company now and then make a claim with them, because it ain't going to happen. They're just going to say, well, it's too late. Should have did that with either your last insurance company or just pay for it out of your own pocket. Well, I don't know if these people are major farmers. I don't know what they do exactly for a living. Like, I don't know if they raise cattle or if they just, raise crops. That's probably what they mostly do. There's not many ranchers around here. that, you know, raise cattle. There's just, all I know of is me and my two friends. They're the only ones that I know that do the ranching business, you know, raise cattle. I mean, there's probably a few other ones in this state. Well, in the state, yeah, but for around my area, a lot of farmers just grow crops, which is just what a lot of people want to do. I suppose it's probably a little bit easier than raising cattle, because raising cattle can be a bitch. Well, either way, it's a bitch, because if you raise cattle, they have to get their shots, and if you raise crops, well, they got to get sprayed for, you know, weeds. And so I guess either way, I guess it's kind of the same, but because, you know, either way, you got to go through hell. It just depends on what you want to do for a living. You either want to raise crops, or you want to raise cattle, or you want to raise horses, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't know, boys. I think they're just, that insurance company needs to get the hell out of here, because, I mean, if they had 4 or 5 tractors in there, plus, you know, oh yeah, another thing too, they had air compressors in there too. I don't know how big of air compressors, but they had quite a few of them, I guess, and well, they're all burnt to fucking shit. And I know air compressors are worth a lot of money. I mean, you're talking just for this little guy, this guy right here, like a newer model, you know, these are about $400 or $500, maybe even sometimes $600, depending on what size you want. But if you want to go, the bigger the tank you go, or the bigger the air compressor, the more it's going to cost you. I mean, the one I was looking at was a 20-gallon, but it had its own motor on it, so it would, you know, so it wouldn't require power. That was $1,000. I'm like, holy shit, you kidding? So that's why I think I'm just going to buy that other one. It's the white and red tank. It's another 115 volt plug-in Dewey, but it's instead of a horizontal tank, I guess, like this one, it's a vertical. It stands up, just so you can save a little bit of space. I kind of want that kind, so. But they're like $500-600, you know. I mean, it's worth the money, but, you know, it's worth the investment, I guess I should say. But if you have quite a few of those, I don't know how many they have, but, you know, let's say if you have 5, and they're $500 a piece, well, damn, you're talking well over $1,000, you know. And plus the tractors, well, depending on the year, if they're like a 1980s model, low hours, good condition, you can easily get $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 out of them. It just depends on what they look like. Now, there's tractors that are from 1980s, 1990s, 1970s that have been completely rebuilt. That they look like brand new. They want $20,000, $30,000 for them. Like I've seen, there's an I think a couple years ago, there was a 1979 International 1586. They wanted $30,000 for the cocksucker. But she was rebuilt, low hours, on a brand new engine, brand new transmission, brand new rubber all the way around. All of it. You know, the whole works. It was all brand new. So I know what it costs to get a decently good tractor. But if you want a brand new one, like nowadays tractors, man, they're running from 50 to, well, you know, it depends on horsepower range too, but, man, you're talking anywhere from $50,000 all the way up to probably like $200,000. It just depends on what size tractor you got, you know. Like if you had a 4720, like a compact tractor, well, they're probably $60,000 a piece, maybe a little less than that, you know, depending on size, or depending on what you have for attachments and hours and how badly they've been, you know, beat up on and stuff. And if you got quite a few of those, well, yeah, you're talking close to $100,000, if not over. I don't know what, the birds are out, boys. The birds are out. Shit. But yeah, so I don't know what this insurance company's bullshit problem is, but, you know, they should definitely know that tractors, one tractor could cost you $30,000. And if they have 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 or 12 or 30 or 40 or 50 of them, and they all get burned, yeah, No, they should be getting like $300,000 back, you know, or $1 million, or $5 million, you know. Once again, it just depends on how many tractors you got, but since I don't know how many they exactly had, you know. But since they're John Deere's, I can give you an idea of what they're probably worth. Anywhere from 10 to 30, or maybe even 40. Like I said, it depends on the year, model, size of them, what they had for attachments. Like if some had a front end loader on them, or you know, or snow blowers or something like that. If you get a tractor worth $30,000, you put a front end loader and a snow blower on it, your tractor's value just went up $5,000, if not more, because the loader's probably a couple $1,000. Snowblower's probably another $2 or $3 or $4 or $5,000. So your tractor's value just increased. As far as I know, it has. You know, that's the way I see things. But I don't know. That's, to me, that's not, for that insurance. That's not the way that they seem to be working. They seem to be doing everything like the cheap way. So I just think that it's a lot of bullshit, and they need to, if their insurance company's not going to pay any more than that, then she needs to get her hands on a lawyer. Even if I went and looked at them, which I kind of would like to, because I would like to know what they exactly had for equipment, but you know, I know it's not my problem, but you know, when I see people getting ripped off, even though I don't know them all that, I don't even know these people, honestly. My sister does, but you know, it pisses me off to see people getting ripped off. You know, unless, you know, if they had 3 or 4 John Deere tractors that were all the same size, horsepower range, and blah blah blah, and they're worth $20,000 a piece, yeah, they should be getting more than $30,000 back from their loss. Hello, they should be getting like $100,000 back, or maybe even more than that. Stupid insurance companies. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, but that's North Dakota insurance for you. And I think this is the cheapest one you can get in North Dakota. I think, you know, we do have our own, I think, here in Minnesota too, but you know, I mean, if you want a better insurance, like an insurance that will pay full value for a tractor, then you're going to have to be paying quite a bit every month. But I think it's a small price to pay. I mean, if you want a full value back from your tractor, you're gonna have to get good insurance. I mean, even if I had one John Deere 4720 with all the attachments I needed, I'm gonna want to get good insurance for it, because if it should ever have a fire, if it should ever have a rollover, if someone should ever rear end it, I'm gonna want full value back from it, so I can turn around and go buy another one. I'll probably get one with maybe a little more hours than what mine had, but you know. And I thought there were some insurances out there. I think that there's insurances out there that, you know, of course you got to pay a hell of a lot for. That I think that if your tractor gets into an accident or gets burned down, they'll either give you the money to go buy another one like it, or they'll just turn around and buy you a whole brand new tractor, like an actual brand new tractor. Like if you really wanted to go that way. But you know, you have to pay a lot every month for insurance. But like I said, it's a small price to pay. But I guess I understand too, if you're a small rancher, like, you know, we really can't afford big fancy equipment and all these insurances and crap. You know, I don't even have, I think it's on the farm, we don't even have insurance on the farm. So if the farm gets hit by a tornado, we're out everything. So, but you know, we can't exactly afford that, and I don't have insurance on my house either. It's just, it's dumb. And then if you want flood insurance, you have to turn around and get a totally different insurance. Like you have to have 2 insurances for, you know, 2 different disasters. Why can't there just be one insurance company that will pay for everything? If you either have a tornado, a house fire, a flood, a car crashes into your house, one insurance company should pay for all that. We should not have to have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or different insurance companies. It's stupid. One insurance company should pay for it all. You know, stupid, ignorant bastards. I hate insurance. You know, and I could put insurance on, well, I think this is to make Big Red legal on the streets, for here in town. I could put insurance on Big Red, my tractor, and I should be, but, I'm not going to pay another $100 a month. I should, but, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of insurance, but I want a good insurance. I'm not going to go buy something cheap and cheesy. And, like Big Red, well, he's probably still worth about 10 grand, maybe a little under. But if I have a cheap company, they'll probably just give me 5. Well, 5's not going to do me any good because Big Red is worth 10 grand. And I'm going to probably want another one about the same year. So, well, a brand spanking new one would be nice, but, I'm not going to buy a brand new four-wheeler right now anyway, so. But you guys know where I'm coming from with this story. It's just stupid. I think we got some rain moving in. We got some rain moving in, boys. Ah, crap. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Like we really fucking need it. I mean, we got so much fucking snow around here. It was supposed to rain that one night, and it fucking never did, so. But that's okay with me. So, lots of birds. Oh, don't shit on me. That's not cool. I think I got mold growing in here. I think that's mold, boys. That's gotta be mold. Whoa. Oh well. Once the moisture dries out, it'll disappear. But yeah, anyways, I just think that... Well, we got some eagles. I think we got an eagle. And it's got some other birds too with it. I don't know if those are the babies or what the hell, but... Whatever. But yeah, anyways, I just think their insurance thing's a fucking joke. They just need to get like a real insurance company. Even though it's too late now because they've already had a fire, so. But I think that they need to hire a lawyer and get more out of it. If they got 4 or 5 tractors in that shop, or their shop is quite big, they're not going to be able to turn around and go get all new stuff again. I mean, they might be lucky to maybe either get one tractor or one shop. They're going to have to choose. So, and honestly, I would just pick the tractor because at least the tractor will make money for you. A shop won't make money. Unless you start putting people's cars, in here and stuff and work on it for them. Kind of like a mechanic, They start doing that kind of thing, but small pay. A tractor will make $1,000 for you easy. It'll cost money to have it running for a while, but you'll make that money back. So, but anyways, I think that what they're doing, excuse me again, is not fair. I think it's stupid. I think it's gay. And I think that they need to have a 12 gauge put in their face and be like, give me all my money, or I'm going to blow your freaking head off. I mean, I'm not a farmer. But we kind of are in a way, but I don't have my own equipment. And I've done my research on equipment, I'm always learning new stuff about them. I look them up, even just looking on tractorhouse.com, I learn a lot just there. I mean, all they do is they sell equipment and tell you what's on them and what they do or whatever, and stuff, Well, I still learn stuff because each tractor is different. Each tractor's going to have, different hours. So, and, it's kind of cool to see what people do to their equipment, because some people will have custom built things on. Some won't. Some will just have whatever you can get from the factory or from the John Deere dealer. I mean, everyone's different, It's cool to see that kind of stuff, and it's getting windy out. Holy crap. But, I mean, it's just a point that, I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning, and I'm probably always going to be learning until I get like 70 years old and I can't learn anything. My brain just completely fucking dies, but I don't know. But, for $30,000 that they would get back from their loss, fuck that, I wouldn't take it. Your shop is probably worth $30,000. I don't know, but, it's probably worth a couple of $1,000 anyway. I don't know. Like I said, it depends on the size. Depends on how old it was. Apparently, from them, they said it was pretty old. Well, it must not be that old if you're using it. I mean, we got buildings at our farm. Yeah, we're still using some of them, but there was one that actually two that we stopped using because they were just so wore out. But and there's actually one. It used to be the old garage right next to my grandma's house, the big house I call it, and I told her to quit putting the Pontiac in there because it's actually starting to the middle is starting to cave in. I was like, well, you know, that car is worth probably 15, 20 grand, maybe more. Well, it's got like 93,000 miles on it now, so. But it still runs good. I don't know how long it'll last. I hope it lasts longer than what my sister's car did. It's got hurt. My sister's car here, the old one, the Ion's got, you know, like 36 or 136,000 miles on it, and she finally blew the motor on it, so. Well, I blame her ex-boyfriend on that one. Thinks everything's a damn NASCAR. But whatever. I'll put a brand new motor in there and be done with it, and I'll have my own car. So, that's okay. I've been needing one anyway, so. This is a 2007, so freaking right. It's not that old. So, whatever. So, but anyways, I figured I'll just tell you guys that I just think that their insurance company's a joke. They should die. They should just disappear. And give them full value of what their equipment's worth. $30,000 my ass. You know. So like I said, I don't know. But it definitely probably sucks because I don't know exactly how many tractors they had. And if they were all in that quantity, well shit, they're going to be out probably for, well, if they could get another couple of tractors, they would be back up and running again. But if they can't get tractors right away, they're going to probably be down for the season. And if they don't get new ones, or you know, more used ones, now they probably have some other ones sitting around somewhere. So they might even have tractors from when their mom and pop they were farming. You know, that's old stuff right there. That's probably 1940s shit right there, I bet. But you know, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know what they're running for John Deere equipment, but apparently they lost quite a few tractors and air compressors, I guess, and their shop too, or whatever they had their Quonset or whatever. So, but yeah, it would definitely suck. So, but you know, I guess really, what can you do? I guess I don't know, but this belt on my air compressor seems off. I hope that shaft's not coming out. It just doesn't look straight, like it should be straight on, but it looks like the shaft is coming out. It's got some slop in there, but not too bad. I don't know if I could adjust the flywheel. It looks like I could. I think if I pulled the flywheel out some more. Oh, can you guys see that? Oh, it's not perfectly. To me, it doesn't look like it's lined up good enough. And that's probably why it's burning that damn belt up so quick. Oh well. Freak it. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Like if you think that they should hire a lawyer and get full value of their equipment. Leave it in the comment section thing below and just let me know what you guys think. I mean, they got to do something because they got to get equipment back. So, because they're probably going to need it soon. Because because the snow is melting, and on the North Dakota side, the fields are pretty much just damn well empty. So they're probably going to be getting in the fields, I bet. Well, if it floods bad, I don't know, but they might be getting in the fields probably in a month or two, and you know, if they don't have any tractors at all, well, they're gonna need something. Cause I'm sure that they're gonna want to plant their fields. So, but that's gonna be nice too if they plant something in the fields because that if they can even get in their damn fields, I don't know. It depends on how bad it floods, but if they can get their crops in their fields and harvest those, maybe they'll make some money off it. But they gotta pay diesel fuel and bills, I'm sure, and taxes and So I don't know, but it's definitely hard to farm. I mean, it's even harder for me to even get started. I mean, like a John Deere 4720 compact utility tractor. That's really all I would need. I think it's about 60 horsepower. But you know, they're anywhere from 30,000 up to 60,000. You know, it'd be so hard to even get going. Yeah, I could get some used equipment like what my friend's got. I think he's got like a 1979 or 80 or 81 International Harvester 986. It's got like 9,000 hours, probably almost 10,000 hours on it by now. But you know, it would last me a while, and I could make some money off that. You know, and then turn around and get a better tractor later on, or something with, you know, way less hours. So, but you know, it's still the point that it costs money. If you want to, like that tractor there that he's got, he wants $7,500 for it. Because, well, you know, it's still in decent condition. It's not super wore out anymore. It just, you know, needs a new paint job. Well, it really doesn't even need a new paint job. It seems fine, but the interior is a little crappy. Does have transmission and clutch problems, but apparently he's been working on that. Or he's going to be working on that all winter, which is now spring, so I don't know. I don't know if he's worked on anything or not. We'll find out when he comes down with it this summer to disc the fields or whatever the hell he does every year. So, but yeah, and I thank Justin for making the video on his tires. He made a video on tires. He had some tires, I guess, that he thought would fit on here. But they were 5-inch, and I need at least 7. So, and plus I guess they were plastic, and they had like a crack going up them and stuff. That might have been just caused from, you know, just natural wear and tear. If you have plastic wheels, they're probably going to crack real easy. See, I think these are, yeah, those are steel. So, well, if they were plastic, they would have been totaled a long fucking time ago. So yeah, they are steel, but they're just finally wore out. I mean, those wheels would buy me some time if I did get them from them. But I'm just going to turn around and get some new ones. I think it'd be a little cheaper for me. I think Justin and I just hang on to them. He might need them for something someday. It always pays off to, you know, keep crap around. A lot of people think it's junk, you know, that you know, we keep junk around. You know, like on farms. Well, farms always have a lot of junk piles everywhere. Well, you never know. Might need them someday, so. But yeah. There's a pickup here in town pulling on a trailer. No clue what the hell that is, but whatever. But anyway, guys, I think I'll take off then for today. I do apologize for like a 40-minute video. Just, you know, let me know what you guys think they ought to do. So should they hire a lawyer? I mean, they're probably going to anyway regardless, but, you know, I want your guys' opinion. I just want to know and stuff. Maybe someday I'll get to look at them, but for now, probably not. They're probably so busy doing other shit that they just don't have time. So, look at this white pickup here pulling a trailer. And she's all stuck. Nothing. It's going to the school, go figure. But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to take off for today. So anyways, guys, I guess have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, tubes. See you guys later.